Mount Rushmore for the San Francisco Giants. Why did one of those guys look like Pablo Sandoval?
It's my favorite part of the show. Just looking at those.
Yeah, Alex and AI do a good job with that. All right,
that was a good one there. That was probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, I like it. All right, David, we mentioned them. Let's get started with your number one, Mr. Barry Lamar Bonds.
Yeah, if you couldn't figure out like a couple names on this, like top like four guys, like come on, you're not paying attention to life or baseball at all. Barry Bonds, the man, the myth, the legend. One thing I love, like yes, he played those like 6 years or 7 years in Pittsburgh, and then every lifer with the Giants. He is the career leader in WAR, career leader in home runs, career leader in walks, career leader in home runs per at bat, probably intentional base on balls. What else? I mean, what has this guy not done in baseball besides not like win a ring, right? So absolutely incredible. 12-time Silver Slugger, like 7-time MVP, 8 Gold Gloves, 2-time batting champs, 14 times All-Star, 3 times Player of the Year. I mean, just it's Barry, like the owner of some of the most amazing stats and seasons in Major League history. You know, like what do you have to say about the greatest player to ever play this game?
Here's what I have to say. You look at Aaron Judge right now and how godly he is and how he's the best hitter in baseball, and it's not even close, and he's not as good as Barry Bonds.
His Aaron Judge's very best, Shohei Ohtani's very best, still is not Barry Bonds.
Well, forget about Shohei Ohtani, because Shohei Ohtani's not the best hitter. He's the best all-around player of all time. But right now, Aaron Judge is by far the best hitter in baseball, and his best is not Barry Bonds.
So what's crazy is 7-time MVP. He also had MVP 2, MVP 4, 12, 5, 8, 2. Wow. I understand. We can have this conversation. Steroids. We get it. Never found guilty of anything. Never tested positive for anything. Was included in Balco and all that. But this whole generation was giant question mark over it. But Barry Bonds is the best hitter of all time, bar none. And you know what? He was the best athlete maybe ever to play baseball.
No. He says
Junior was there, but
he has said it himself.
Who had more stolen bases?
No, but he says that he would take Dion and Bo over him as far as athlete any day. He has said that. I've seen him. I've seen videos.
Great, they're great athletes. They could do more, but they couldn't do more. They couldn't do what he did. You can say it all you want, because you know what? You put a glove on him and say, "Hey, go catch that ball," or "Go do this, go do that," and you know what? They would do it prettier. But Barry did it better.
Okay,
you can say that. We can agree with all this, but you know what? They never did what he did. They couldn't steal as many bases. They couldn't hit as many home runs. They couldn't track down the balls he did. They didn't have the arm he did consistently. They could do it for one time, but Barry did it every time. And that to me means more of a true athlete versus ability. They might have had more ability and looked prettier. There was never a better athlete to play this game, because he could do it every single day. Didn't get hurt, didn't complain, did it. Oh, you complained, but did it. And they never came close on the stolen bases. They never came close to the career because they weren't as good of an athlete.
I disagree. I will see your Barry Bonds, and I'll raise you the number 2 player on your list, who is the greatest athlete of all time in baseball, and that's Say Hey, Willie Mays.
Say Hey, Willie Mays, at the same time was 200 stolen bases less.
Yes, but did you hear what Willie said when Barry did it?
What?
Willie said, "If I knew that was a big deal, I would have stolen more bases."
Oh, he knew it. Don't listen to that. That's just all talk. That he knew that was a big deal. You're telling me Jackie Robinson steals home plate in the playoffs, and he doesn't know that that's a big deal. Stop it. And Ty Cobb made it extremely clear that stolen bases were a big deal.
All right.
That's all. That's all talk because he didn't want to give Barry the credit for everything. But at the same time,
Godfather, of course, he would want to give his godson credit.
Yes, and there's a great argument here for Willie Mays maybe being a better athlete. I don't believe so. I just think Willie Mays was a better athlete for longer. Barry shifted his game to power, and that changed everything. At the same time, his numbers even before were probably better for Barry. But Willie Mays absolutely are like Mount Rushmore of all time. He's on that. He's in a conversation for Mount Rushmore of all time. Absolutely incredible.
Any question? I can't think of. Can you think of 3 players better than Willie? I can't.
Well,
for me, it's Barry.
I mean, you do. Okay.
It's Barry, Willie, Shohei, and then figure out number 4.
Okay, so then you like Babe Ruth. Then you're talking about like Ty Cobb. You're talking about, we can have this conversation about Pete Rose. You can have a conversation about any pitcher that might even be on this list too.
You got to keep pitchers off of that. It's got to be 2 separate things, in my opinion, personally.
Okay, so we have, but again, all right, then you're talking about Hank Aaron. Then you're talking about these other players, right? But anyways, Willie Mays. Let's get the numbers. 2-time MVP, which is Barry Bonds at 5 more. 12 times Gold Glover, 2-time All-Star MVP, World Series, Rookie of the Year. He only won one batting title, which is crazy, but that was a day and age when batting titles were I don't know if you could even get a batting title back then because everybody hit really, really well, and there were some amazing hitters in the game. It's still crazy he only had 1 batting title.
Yeah.
But Willie Mays, some of the most greatest moments ever. Say, hey, Millie, it's just everything about I love Willie Mays. Meeting him was incredible. And you're talking about a guy that could have won 7 MVPs, easily could have won 7 MVPs, and barely behind Barry Bonds and WAR. I mean, everything about him was incredible.
All right, number 3.
Number 3, we're going back in the day, right? Mel Ott, one of the greatest players of all time. Doesn't really get a whole lot of conversation when you talk about like greatest players, but man, this dude did everything.
Oh man, you know what I just saw? He died at the age of 49. How is that? What did he die of? I had no idea he died that young.
Being so great.
He's like, I did it all already. I don't need to.
5'9", 170 pounds.
Jesus, that's like Alex hitting home runs.
And he hit 511 home runs. Still leads the franchise in RBIs in 1,860, 304 career batting average, 12-time All-Star, 19 World Series champion.
How did he not win an MVP?
Player.
How did he never win an MVP? That's what I want to know.
Did they even have MVPs then?
Ready? MVP 11, MVP 10, MVP 5, MVP 20, MVP 6, MVP 7, MVP 4, 11, 19, 3, 20, 16, 13. And you got to see his page on those years that he won.
Black.
There's black everywhere.
Black everywhere. Like the year he led the league in home runs with 36, led OBP, OPS plus, WAR. But like you probably like sit there and go like, what did the other years look like?
All right, you
what
ready?
Those other dudes.
I want you to listen to this. Right, 38 home runs, 123 RBIs, 100 walks, hit 318 with 1025 OPS plus of 174, and he was MVP 10.
OPS plus 1. Okay, so the winner of that year was Chuck Klein. Okay.
Household name. Led the league in runs, led the league in hits, led the league in home runs, led the league in stolen bases, led the league in slugging, led the league in OPS. Pretty good. Still sick. But think about that. He had all that black. And
the number 2 was a 22-6 pitcher with a 2.3 ERA. But then you get down the line, and until you get to Mel Ott, you don't have a whole lot of like that crazy stands out minus average. So, well, yeah, I think back then average was the deal.
Yeah.
Chuck Klein hit 348. Another guy hit Lefty O'Doul hit 370 basically. And so like average was the number. And so 318 probably didn't seem too impressive.
Crazy.
Even though he tied with Chuck Klein with home runs at 38. Dude, dude went. Oh no, I was saying 14-7, but okay, never mind. I was saying somebody might have 28 wins that year, but they didn't.
And then finally, the last player on your Mount Rushmore, some girl named Christie.
Some girl named Christie, maybe like arguably, and some people would probably say maybe one of the best pitchers of all time, Christie Mathewson.
I saw something a while back talking about Christie Mathewson that they did some sort of experiment at one point, and based on the numbers and everything, he threw like 108.
Yeah, I don't think the mathing was mathing back then.
I don't think
you
so
watch
either.
The delivery, you watch the movement, and you're just like, it doesn't. But it's pretty damn incredible. They did something where he threw like, and he threw something and it measured it and something like that. I just don't know if the mathing was quite mathing. But 2 times Triple Crown winner, World Series champion, 5-time ERA title. He ended his career 373 wins.
What a
665 winning percentage. Oh my God, right? 665. Just like the number of black lines on, like, one of the best pitchers of all time. Just like the Giants organization, I put them up against anybody, like anybody. The Yankees are obviously the gold standard. I think the Giants 1 through 4 beat them because they have the pitching. I think that, I would say this. So 1 through 9 with the Giants, I think it might beat the Yankees or make a great game out of it because they've got so much better pitching than the Yankees ever had in that organization. They're just so much better pitchers, and the hitters are like not far off. I just think the Yankees just had that it factor. Like they walked around a little higher.
I want to read some of the stats for Mathewson. 1905. I'm looking at these numbers and I'm losing my mind. Sorry. How about this one? Let's go to 1908. He had an 11.8 WAR, a 1.43 ERA, 56 games, 44 games started, 34 CGs. Okay, 259 Ks. An ERA plus of 220. Oh, sorry. That was the year before. He had a 169 ERA plus. Of course, the next year he had an ERA plus of 224.
Dude.
What?
390 innings, 259 strikeouts. Like, he did everything.
He's got 434 more complete games than Blake Snell.
Yep. Like 220. I mean, he had years of 224 ERA plus, 233 ERA plus. You know,
it's absurd.
It's absurd. I get the shutouts and the complete games and all that stuff. That's a different generation, so you can't really like live on it.
No,
but the dominance,
dude. And by the way, in 1908, 390 innings pitched.
Yeah.
I don't think Jacob deGrom has done that in the last 5 years combined.
Probably not. But amazing. So these top 4, as good as any ever.
All right. Now we have our next guys up, and you got a lot of them here. So you got Marichal, Willie McCovey, and Posey. If you were going to pick one, who would it be?
If I have to pick one, here's the problem: is like Juan Marichal. Like, I believe he was like the first ever Dominican player ever selected in the Hall of Fame. I think that if I'm wrong, correct me, but it doesn't matter. Like, he's incredible. Willie McCovey. I mean, they have like an area of San Francisco named after him. Absolutely amazing player, MVP, Rookie of the Year. I have to go with Buster Posey. It's not because I actually don't know if he's better or not. I actually think arguably he is. It's just the generational. He meant something totally different. They won 3 World Series titles. He was the captain of those teams. He's the GM of the organization. He means more to this generation. He's their Juan Marichal. He's their guys. Like, he's their Barry Bonds. He's their Willie Mays. He's their, like, he will be a Hall of Famer. He's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and it's gonna be incredible what he did behind the plate. He doesn't have the numbers he doesn't have any numbers to be a Hall of Famer. He has the leadership, the World Series titles, and like if Joe Mauer's a Hall of Famer, he's like the 3-time Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I agree with you. Joe Mauer still bothers me, and that one irks me a lot. All right, and finally, the guy who's on the team right now that could make it, of course, we're talking about Rafael Devers.
Logan Webb. Logan Webb is that next dude. You know what? If he becomes a Giant for life, his page is starting to get a little black, brother. Like it's starting to get black in some areas. He needs better wins. That's the thing. He's never had a season more than 15 wins. He had 13 wins in 24. He's got 8 this year, but he's 8-6. He's having a good year, 2.62. He's an incredible pitcher. But to even remotely sniff this list, you got to get probably close to nowadays had 250 wins, 300 wins, or like a ton of strikeouts, or go win the Cy Young 3 times, and we'll even consider you.
Do you know Logan?
You got to win the Cy Young 3 or 4 times just to be considered against Mathewson and these guys.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I was reading up on Logan Webb the other day. You know he leads the league in quality starts. That was a little surprising. I thought it would be a guy like Skeens, but no, it's him.
Because he goes long. Like he just consistently goes long. That's what she said.